It's Nick at Night. Oh, I should probably let them do the singing.
Oh, we got two. Oh shit.
Go ahead. I'll tell you. It's Mick at Night. It's such a delight. Hey, everybody, it's Mick at Night. Filmed live in front of a studio audience.
Well,
Oh, man. So we were talking off camera. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mick at Night. We're early today because I want to watch Joe Bob's Helloween special on Shudder. So comment along, have some fun. It's me and Sturdy right now. Maybe Chris coming later. I don't know who else. We'll see. We'll see in a minute because we said 7 o'clock originally. But
we were having a fun conversation just now.
Yeah, we were, man. So continue on because you're talking about terrible like characters and like why you shouldn't date them.
Yeah. So, ladies, I was smoking before I'm gonna call them. At first, for a minute, like I always do. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna take myself off camera for like 2 seconds. Gotta blow my nose.
I'll continue on and tell them. So basically, what Sturdy was saying was we were talking. So it stemmed from an idea I have for a new show that's coming out, and we were talking about like different male characters in movies, and we were ranking them like, should you date this person? Is this a good person to date? And we were having a lot of fun with it. So we were kind of getting into. He was talking about Ryan Gosling's character on The Notebook before I stopped him and said, let's just go live with this. But that's a great pick because that is a terrible character you should not take. And the fact that ending makes you feel like they were the ones that were right for each other just because they died with each other. I don't realize I'm laughing at this, but seriously, he shouldn't have asked her out in that way. And then he stalks her for years. And that's basically how that went. And no grand gestures either, right, Sturdy? But welcome to Mick at Night. It is our pre-Helloween special. That's right. I want to watch Joe Bob's special at 9. So I'm hanging out with Sturdy. Chris is probably going to stop by. We'll see who else drops by for tonight. So we're going a little bit early tonight. So if you're not watching the Helloween special, make sure to watch Chris later as he will be gaming all night. So I'm having a good time with that. And then Sturdy went to go do something. So that's just where we're at. Who's out there watching? Please feel free to comment along. This is an interactive show. We encourage you to be a part of it. But, oh, man, I am a tired young man today. And by young, I mean old.
I'm back. And I'm better. I had to blow my nose. I didn't want to do that on camera. Trying to be more professional, guys. I'm trying. But, yeah, so, The Notebook. And I like where you said the way he asked her out on the date was just completely wrong. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. Here's a couple things. One, if I'm on a date and some fool's hanging like this in front of me, trying to talk to someone I'm on a date with, talk about something. If you don't go date me, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna help him let go. I'm gonna kick him right in the dick.
That's murder.
I'm gonna say, listen, officer, he was trying to force her. He was pressuring her. She felt unsafe. I was scared. I was defending us.
Okay, can we dissect that for just 2 seconds?
Yes,
One, let's talk about that in the present day. What do you think would happen to you in this situation? And then let's contextualize a little bit more and say this took place in the 20s. So let's go back and say it's you.
Actually, the 20s will probably be worse for me.
Don't kick anybody in the dick, Sturdy. Please don't at any time in life.
Nah, listen. A matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you people right now. I'm 37 years old. I don't have time to be tussling around right now, tussling around and all that. I'm kicking you in the dick. You attack me, if I feel threatened, you know what I mean? Like approached like that in that type of manner, I'm kicking you right in the balls. Going right there first. Why? Because I know it's the easiest target. We all know that. So just leave me alone. I don't nobody bothers me. I don't bother nobody. I'm just saying. But back to this, you got to think about it because she's on a date with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I know guys can be guys and kind of try to hit on somebody while they're on a date with her. But the way he did it was just wild crazy, forceful because it's like, because she's probably thinking in her head, is he really gonna let go? And if he lets go, then she's gonna feel guilty.
Yeah. And it's, yeah, it's complete gaslighting. He's like forcing his way into a date with her. But let's take it a step further. Let's go to 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, holy hell. Or She's
I'm
All
sure
That.
just most of those type of movies, they're all basically the same.
Yeah.
Sex in the City, there's a lot of crazy shit.
Sex in the City, you said?
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen those movies.
Seen both the movies, and we're actually watching the show on Popcorn and Pints. We're gonna be doing a Patreon thing. I think we're still doing it. I'm not sure, but wild toxic shit. That's not really a romantic show though, either, is it?
Not really.
But still, it's funny how it is. It's funny how it is, like how you watch these movies. Here we go again, the bullshit. You watch these movies, you're just like, okay, so women love this movie for some reason because the love and romance. I'm like, all I'm seeing is stalking and fighting. That's all I'm seeing right now. Oh, I guess this is the good looking dude. So that's why they like this movie.
Yeah.
That's why they like. Same reason we used to watch. What the fuck?
Poor Sturdy. As a podcaster, your whole identity is your voice, and it's just gone.
Now again, all day fine. Before we start, fine. Maybe the lights are getting to me and I'm getting scared. Nervous.
I think you need to get out of that attic.
That could be it too. Maybe I should put up my humidifier up here or something.
There you go. That'll help. We're that old now. We need to put the humidifier on. Old. I'll just live with
it. Air purifier or some bullshit like that, which is a good thing to have, but
yeah.
Listen, man, I'm at that age.
Dude, I'll tell you, any movie that takes place in and around a high school, the good guys are not the guys you date.
They're the guys that can actually read, ladies, and count past 15.
That's the guys who can count past 15.
That's the same with the girls. The ones that you should really be with are the ones that can read and count past 15. Don't go after the ones that are jumping and throwing their stuff all out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Fair.
Up here.
Just everybody be smart at all times.
That too.
Oh yeah.
That too.
Dude, it's 7:06 and I already want to go to bed.
You don't want to go to bed because you have to stay up for Joe Bob because you're so excited about Joe Bob.
Oh, that's right, Joe Bob. That's why I'm doing this.
That's why we started early tonight.
I know. Appreciate you being here. So,
yeah, hell yeah.
So tell everybody about your show first, and let's go from there. Although they should know you by now if they watch this show.
I hope so. But anyway, as you can see on my shirt, Horror Research 30, host of Horror Research 30. We do the show every Tuesday and Thursday live at 8 o'clock Eastern time, people. Now, there is times where I may start at, 8:15 or whatever. But if you show up at 8, you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss anything at all. So, of course, you're not going to miss anything because you're either going to be early or right on time. But anyway, right now we're going through the Helloween. Yes, that's what's today, day 50? 49? I forgot. No, today's day 50, actually. I did do the movie. I just got to drop the video. But besides that, and then there's the Helloween going through the podcast, and we are doing Nightmare on Elm Street versus Friday the 13th. We're just doing one movie at a time both movies, but one at a time per. And we just did part 6 last night. You want to know how we all felt about him? Go watch it. After this.
That was a good one. That was fun. But I had a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah. I agree. I've been saying this since we started this. And I really want to continue to do this as far as watching 2 franchises at the same time. ish, not at the same exact time, but you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's really interesting. It really like it's if you're comparing them, especially, it's the best way to do it. It is the best way to do it because you can either see how these movies improve movie per movie or every few movies, however it goes, or the opposite of improving. What's that word? Deep. That's a new word now, people. Look it up in your dictionary. Look it up right now and Google it. Not a fact. But anyways,
I'm trying to think of a good one for you though. Like a good maybe for Christmas or something. Maybe not a franchise, but like you could do this where it's like.
oh, I already know what Christmas movie I want to do. It won't take up the whole thing. Let's say right here. I don't give a fuck about this one. Shit, what the fuck is it called? Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've never seen any of them.
Oh, okay.
There's like 5 of them, so I figure that's 5 episodes right there. So I just got to throw in a few more Christmas movies.
That's a good one. I like that.
And that'll be fun. That'll be fun, but yeah, it'll be slaying in Christmas. Don't worry. Try to have something together for you guys for Thanksgiving as well. I know there's not a lot of Thanksgiving movies out there. I'm gonna try my best. And again, you guys already know the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, that Tuesday. You guys know what I'm talking about. You already know what's going down. Reviewing Thanksgiving 1 and 3. It's a tradition on Horror Research 30 from till the end of time, man. Why the fuck not? I love those movies. And I think my favorite thing about those movies, besides, getting high watching and laughing my ass off, is when someone else watches them. When someone gets to watch them for the first time, and I get to hear, I don't care if it's a negative or positive reaction, just to get to hear their reaction. Like, I finally got my wife to watch those movies last November.
Nice.
It took me a few years. The first time she seen me watch this movie, actually, she was sitting in the living room with me, right? And she got up. It was like, if I keep staying here, I'm going to lose some brain cells or something. She's like, I got to get out of here. She went in the kitchen. She wasn't even cooking.
Dude, you know my feelings on the Thanksgiving movies.
And then, but anyways, last year, she finally watched them both with me back to back. I may even did a watch party for them, which I want to get back into those, but that thing is gone. I'll figure something out. And she didn't like those movies at all. She didn't enjoy them.
All right,
she watched them. She did watch them. I mean, they're not good movies. I know that. They're horror comedies. They're stupid movies, but I love them.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's go around the horn. Let's go around the horn real quick and quick answer. All right. And I'll answer too. We'll go by holiday and you tell me your favorite horror movie from that holiday you like to watch.
I'll try my best. But okay.
All right. Let's start with Thanksgiving. Blood Rage. Okay. Christmas.
I don't really have one.
I kind of want to say Krampus, but I think I'm going to go Gremlins.
What was the one that came out? There was a horror Christmas that came out last year. I really start watching every year with the Killer Santa. It was a crazy fucking movie.
You mean the Violent Night?
Not Violent Night.
No, the robot Santa.
Yeah, like Bloody Christmas or something.
Something like that. Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Something like that. That one right there, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. I think I watched that one because of you. Honestly, I think I was on your show for that one.
Yeah.
What about New Year's Eve?
I've only seen a handful. I can't remember what I've seen of New Year's movies, actually.
I like New Year's Eve. I do like it. It's weird, but it's cool. Let's all right. I know it's not a national holiday, but we'll go with it. We'll go Super Bowl Sunday. Just any sport horror movie. Or it could just be the horror movie has sports in it or some way. It features prevalent or something like that.
Oh my God, that's a good question. I can't think of anything. That's awesome.
I'm gonna say The Faculty. because it's a big football. Like they're all football players.
I'll just go with that because I honestly can't think of anything else.
Valentine's Day.
My Bloody Valentine. That's the only one I know of.
Original or remake?
Yo, both were really good.
Actually, yeah, I like the remake.
I was gonna say both were really good. Just because you said it, I would just go with the original. Just because you said the remake, just to be different, because they were both
dope. St. Patrick's Day.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, I can't argue with that one. If at all, I would say the first one.
Well, that one I would, but you gotta go with the other one. I mean, my grandmother was Irish, and I'm black, so you get the mix. So it's like a family thing, even though she's probably never seen the movie.
Fair. Easter.
I got nothing for Easter, but April Fool's Day. The original April Fool's Day is so fucking good. Yes. If you've never seen that movie, that is one movie I would go back and watch that. I got to go back and watch that again, but it is so freaking good. I don't even want to spoil that for you. I already did it on my show. That movie, I loved it. The remake, I want to slap every single person that had to do with that. Just jokes, people, not a real threat. But that was so bad.
That was stupid.
They changed what was so good about the original. And I'm like, why would you? If you're gonna do a remake, you need to make it similar to the original. When it comes to that movie, the way that movie was made, how are you gonna remake it and just change everything about it? If you're gonna do that, just call it something completely different.
And they did it with 2 other movie remakes that like almost that year, or at least within like a year or two, because they did it with a Black Christmas remake, which was abysmally the worst one. Not even the one that came out like 2018, 2017, or whatever it was. It was not as bad as that 2006 or whatever. And then they did. Remember Prom Night? They fucking.
Oh, I gotta see that.
That Prom Night remake was god awful.
Wait a second, you didn't like the remake of Black Christmas?
Not the one. The one that came out like 15.
I like the first remake. I hated the second one.
Oh man, no, I can't agree with you on that one. I hated that first remake. I didn't like the second one either, but like it just, that first one was so bad. Oh, I can't.
I mean, it's not like the original from what I can remember, but
listen, nothing's good as the original. The original was so well done.
It was.
So many great people. All right, where are we at? I think we said April Fool's Day, and then we talked about that. I'm gonna say this.
Oh, you said
Easter for me, Night of the Lapis.
I have to dive more into Easter.
Well, that's just about giant killer bunnies.
That's fine with me.
It's pretty good. I'd love for you to review that one.
That's fine.
Let's do. Can you do Memorial Day? I'm trying to think of. Oh, you know what? Yeah, like a war horror movie.
That's more 4th of July, I believe. The Uncle Sam.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that one. But I'm gonna go with. I was gonna go with Overlord, but I think I'm gonna go with Dead Birds.
I got nothing for that either. I gotta look into that. It's more interesting because I just pay attention to certain holidays. That's it.
Yeah, those are pretty good. And then let's go to July 4th and Jaws for me. Jaws is always.
And I'll just say the Uncle Sam. Jaws, yeah. You can say Jaws.
And then I guess that brings us to Halloween, or Labor Day, but okay, Christine, because it takes place in a garage. I figure labor.
There you go.
Absorb the labor costs. And then Halloween. What's your favorite Halloween movie to watch?
Trick or Treat.
Yeah, it's so crazy how much that's. I think that's overtaken the throne.
Because it's a Halloween themed movie. It's the best Halloween themed movie. So when I think of like, you know what I mean, for Halloween at least, I think of a Halloween themed film. Like, okay, so this has the trick or treating, has the partying, it has the candy, it has the decorations, it has the kids dressed. It has like everything you want. From like, I think of like. I don't just think of how fun adults have, which adults dress up too anyways. I was thinking of like kids dressing up going to get some free candy. I always still do it to this day. It wasn't so people aren't so judgy on it. I'm not lying. Nothing wrong with it. I ain't bothering nobody, and candy's free. Shit. I should be able to get some. Listen, listen. Halloween should really be for us adults. Kids get everything for free. Fuck them kids. They'll come with us, but they don't get shit. We get the candy.
Can we just not do candy anymore? Can like we say trick or treat and somebody gives us some money for our mortgages?
Edibles.
Edibles? Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Fuck that. That's what I want. Like, give me some gummies. Not my kids. Don't do that to them. Exactly. To me. Dude, that's the fucked up part though. If you think about it, there's so, and that's why I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm not so big on the gummies and edibles and stuff that look like candy, like other candies, like Sour Patch Kids and stuff like that. That's a little dangerous. That's playing with fire in that one. And they're even coming in similar like cases and stuff like that in bags. That feels like you're playing with fire, man. That's like when those toy guns started coming out looking real right before they started making all those little orange things pop on.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
But they know that colorful shit attracts people.
Yeah.
They don't have to make them exactly like the candies. I do agree with that. But colorful shit attracts people. Familiarity attracts people. I'm a fan of Sour Patch Kids. So like, oh shit, Sour Patch Kids, they can get me high? Oh shit, give me 2 bags. Yeah. So I do get it. But I mean, I don't know.
All right, let's do a PSA right now. Impromptu improv PSA. Hey America, it's Halloween soon. So listen to your favorite hosts with the most, Sir Sturdy and Mick Manhattan. And remember, stop leaving your gummies that look like other candy around for your kids to get to.
Give them to us. This is why there should be adult trick-or-treating.
We'll give them safe.
Those edibles that you stole from your teenagers, those edibles that you made, the extras, but you don't want your kids to get to them, give them out on the 31st. We'll show our ID, make sure it's a legit ID. I'm 37. So, yeah, give us the edibles.
Don't send them in the mail. That's a federal offense.
Yes. Where's legal in your state? Just gifting. Just gifting. So
just drive over, hang out. Maybe don't have them, but or do.
No, you just walk. You just do it on this day. Like walk the neighborhood, so you're not even driving. Just walk in the neighborhood. It's kind of,
and have them safely separated from the other candy, and write on it, not for kids.
Fuck them kids. Not for kids. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. You take the not fuck them kids bowl and the fuck them kids bowl.
There you go. Not fuck them kids bowl. That's what you guys can have. But once that one's gone, it's gone. Once this one's gone, there's more. That's not fair. Nah, you motherfuckers get everything for free as it is. You have enough. You're lucky you're getting
this. And parents, make sure you're checking the candy, because if an edible or something you don't recognize straight out, right, or something's open, or something doesn't look like it's normal packaging, you make sure your kids don't get it. You try it. You. Right. And see what happens in an LSD trip. Dude, I feel like you can still get in trouble today for telling a parent, like, you try this. Hey, Wise is here. What's up, Wise?
What's going on, man? What's going on? How you guys doing today?
Good, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
We're doing a PSA announcement telling parents don't hand out gummies and other edibles to kids on Halloween.
I'm just trying to change the whole Halloween thing now because I'm an adult and I understand fucking kids. So I'm like, kids get enough shit for free. Can't we all agree? What do kids pay for? Exactly. Nothing.
Save the gummies and the edibles for the adults.
Yeah, no, but not only that, let's just again fuck the kids. They can stay home, have their own little Halloween party.
Yeah, I think adults should go trick or treating. Yes, and I think adults should go trick or treating, And what you should have is gummies and edibles for
Yes.
adults.
Yes. See?
Hard to argue. I'm down. Let's do it.
You
I
know, some
want
people
some
want
of
to get a little bit of green too. That's fine. If you want to get little baggies of green, that's perfectly fine.
I can't disagree with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that statement.
Maybe
I'll
that's
take
what 420 should be. Maybe that's what 420 should be. Instead, so
You know what? I think
Halloween.
Sturdy, you
420
might be onto something. You might be onto something. Maybe we should start that.
Seriously, that would
I'm
be
down.
so dope. Wherever it's legal in your state, you're not
Yes.
selling it, you're not mailing it, you're just your neighbors or
Your
whoever that
state,
are
yes.
legal. This is all legal. Just to make
Yes.
sure. Come on, Snoop, make this happen. If anybody can make it happen, Snoop.
It
can
can be
make it happen.
Snoop. It definitely
Dude,
Snoop
the
can make it happen.
first adult trick-or-treating Halloween for gummies is going to be Snoop and Martha Stewart. Mark my words.
Yes.
Oh my
And instead
god.
of dressing up as like your favorite horror character, or whatever, you dress up as your favorite pothead. Boom.
Oh, I would go on. I would go as Chong.
Oh, I probably go as Kevin Smith to not appropriate anything.
After a while, Vic, just don't do blackface. That's all.
I will not do blackface. That will not happen.
Even
Oh
if I
my
try to talk
God.
you into it, I'm like, listen, I'll even do the makeup. Don't listen to that. Even if we record the whole process, they're still gonna be mad at you for some reason.
Dude, you know that every fucking shithead politician who did blackface, let's be real, there was somebody they worked with who was black who was saying to him, that would be funny as shit. Like you're going to a party? That would be funny as shit.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
Knowing
I
they had
feel like-
political
I
aspirations.
feel like it was one that didn't like them though. That was just like, yeah, I'm tired of this motherfucker. Yeah,
you don't like any of them, so I don't blame anybody for not liking them. But yeah, even if they
Well,
did like
that's
them,
not
even if
true. I love Tropic Thunder.
that movie's
that was
hilarious.
such a good one.
I love Tropic Thunder. I'm sorry, but
I love Blazing Saddles. Like I love humor like that as long as it's done right. It has
right,
to be
yeah.
funny. Like the funny has to knock it out the park.
Because they were making fun of blackface in the movie. It to me, in a way, I just thought it was funny, and to get a phenomenal actor like Robert Downey Jr. to play the role, it was just to me it was amazing. I loved it. So
oh my gosh,
Dude, it's so fun.
We'll never see anything like that again, and I guess it sucks. I'm not even gonna say it's a good thing. No, it sucks. It does, because when stuff is done like that but done right, it's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious.
yeah.
Sometimes it's the best. I'm not even gonna front. Sometimes it's the best comedy. But again, it has to be done right, and it has to be funny. It has to be funny as shit.
It had to fit the movie, and it did, man.
Yeah,
I love the movie.
Well, I mean, and I think that's the funny thing about it is like it's well written. Like Blazing Saddles was written with the intent of like we're making fun of the stereotypes. So was Blazing. Like it wouldn't have been funny if the entire time everybody's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" Like especially was Al Capone who's like, "What do you mean, you people?" Like he got called out on every piece of bullshit that he was spewing, and that's what makes so many people I feel like get so offended. It's like they don't realize they're making fun of people who do this shit. Like they're not making fun of black people.
Exactly. It's just
you know
what's funny. We had this conversation a few times behind scenes, Mick, and I seen a TikTok up. I know it was a joke, and this it was a taco truck, right? And there was a white dude on the taco truck, like selling the tacos and stuff, and it was a guy ordering. And this white lady got in front of him. She was like, "You're appropriating, blah, 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 blah," and all this other shit. And the Mexican dude standing in front of her. He was like, "I love these tacos." And she was like, "Well, you're just trying to protect," or some dumb shit. And then started yelling at the one guy again. And he was like, "I don't make the tacos. He does it." It was a Korean dude.
dude.
And then she was just standing like, "What? You got nothing to say? You got nothing to say? You don't know what to say now, huh? Do you?" I was like, "Holy shit, that is so hilarious!" Because I was just having this conversation the other day. Oh my gosh!
Well, you got to think about it, because in Puerto Rico, right, they have Chinese restaurants, and they speak Spanish. They even add Puerto Rican elements to their orders, to their foods and stuff like that. So I it's, if you know how to cook, you can cook. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. If you know how to cook, you can cook. Whatever it is. So yeah.
No, you're definitely right about that.
Yeah, and yeah, like going back to like the original point, like with Tropic Thunder and stuff like that. Just to kind of further it and reiterate a little bit more, but that, like, we complain so much, not we or you guys, and for people who are watching,
You just mean in general, yeah.
Yeah, but like when people complain about the whitewashing of films and stuff like that, which completely reasonable. That was literally Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise, and Robert Downey Jr. and all these people in this movie saying, like, yeah, we know it's bullshit. We're not doing it. This is the blueprint saying this is what Hollywood does.
Yeah,
we know it's bullshit.
And it was funny as shit too.
What's up, Chris? Thanks for joining in, man.
Good,
how you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I just fucking stupid shit like that drives me crazy.
But you know what it is? We're all old enough, right? Where we've really dealt with shit. Like
hell yeah.
Like,
I mean, 9 times out of 10, if it was something that we seen on TV or a movie, we're fucking laughing at it, and it's way worse than the shit that they're saying on TV now.
Yeah,
and it's like
everyone.
Oh, sorry.
It's like everyone's overly sensitive. Like, you can't say anything without offending anyone, and I just don't. I don't like that. Look at comics being attacked for what they're saying. Like, this is comedy. It's life.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, the same point as with the Tropic Thunder, what the comics are saying, and it's crazy to me. I watch a lot of it, and I'm like, you miss the point. What the comic is saying is your point. They're saying that, but they're using it as the joke. And why does this have to keep being fucking explained? Like, nobody's making fun of people who are raped. In such a like when they make a rape, they're making fun of the fact that this exists, and what are we doing? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
And it's always like missed on. Like, no, I'm not saying there's always exception to every rule. There's some comedians who are probably dickheads and scream stupid shit, but that's everything in life. Let me give you a few podcast channels you can listen to if that's what you're into. I don't listen to them, by the way. Just want to preface that one. No, in today's world is so much different. I was teaching my kid the other day like what manhunt was, because him and his friends are starting to
go outside,
go out after dark and hang out around the neighborhood. I was like, well, it's time to start tackling each other and calling manhunt. What's the cost for the situation? He's all in too.
No, they haven't had to experience that. They haven't had to go hanging out with your friends outside, playing manhunt, playing kick the can, playing all different types of games as kids that we played. Like, I'm from New York City, and we played outside. We played manhunt. We played Skelly. We played all different types of games, and it was a different time. We spent more time. I guess we didn't have what we have now. We had the beginning stages of it with Nintendo and all this stuff.
But nothing
compared to now. Of course not.
I'd say like our generation is where that trajectory started going. Yeah. Like we were like the beta.
But we still would go outside. Like we would.
Oh yeah, but that's because we still knew that world. Like we were like, that's why I say we're the beta testers. Like, how addictive is this going to be? And it's like we were the wrong ones for that one, because we still understood. Our parents still kicked us out.
Yeah, shit. I remember the days. It was either in or out, and then it was either no, get outside, and you get that big ass fucking jug of tea sitting on the thing on the table.
There was no in. I love the illusion of either in or out, and then you're like, well, in. No, that's not the choice. Make a better choice.
They mostly say men. They meant, yeah, you need to go out. Like, stop coming into my house.
If you're coming in, you're going to bed. Like, what the fuck?
The sun is still out. Yeah.
It's 9:30 a.m. I just woke up.
I don't give a shit. Get out of my face. I'm nowhere near you, Mom.
And how about those? How about when your parents would say, just remember to check in? How many of you as kids, either of you as kids, knew what check-in meant?
Pop your head in real quick. Hey, I'm in.
Well, no. I know that's what it was, and that's what we did. Yeah. But like your first time when they're like, remember to check in, it's like, okay, but I don't know where you're going to be. Are you going to be here? Because sometimes you go out. Like sometimes you go to work. Sometimes you go to... So it's like, who am I checking in with? Do I call the house? Do I come back? When do I eat lunch?
Mine would mainly be just call me when you get there, and then that's it. Like, all right.
Yeah, they'll just put a key in the pocket and say go out, and then when you get hungry, come home.
Some of us, it was when the street lights came on, like you knew. Then on occasion you got to step. On occasion you got to hang out a little bit if you were in the neighborhood, like right there in the neighborhood, not going too far. But for the most part, a lot of us we see that street light going on. It was like that was the signal for you to start heading your butt home.
Nope.
You scattered like roaches.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you ran. And then we always go home, we'd eat, and then like we'd be like, all right, we're gonna go out and play like Manhunt, or we're gonna play tag or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you're just out there for another hour or two because the parents are probably Saturday night and they're probably sauced doing their thing or want to go out or some shit. So douche again. Oh, those are the days. Those are fun.
Those were the days, right?
They were, and like what was always funny about that is those days would make you go outside. Some of those days you'd be pissed off because you just didn't feel like going outside. But once you're out there for a little bit, you always had a good fucking time. And it's like, oh, I miss that shit so fucking much, man. Like, shit. Make me go outside and play. Shit.
I want to make myself go outside.
We need our wives to go. Guys, don't y'all think I want to go outside and go play and go hang out? Like, go outside.
Yeah,
we would if we lived closer. Like, all you guys doing is sitting down in chairs talking. Oh, we're old now. We can't be jumping around like that anymore.
Holy shit, dude.
Get up and go to work Monday. Shit. Twist my
It really was, dude. It really was like just like for all the bullshit and the traumas. That's the funny part. For all the shit we had to deal with and live with, there was something about me, at least, and even fuck, man, we lived in like, did we live in like Mad Max at childhood? Because you could go out, you could like, I remember like just walking something. You're lucky if you're not going to get your pockets run that day, but you know,
on occasion, yes, on occasion there was situations where.
But then you think back to
fight. Listen, we had there was times where they either you got your pockets ran or you stood up for yourself.
That's legit. That is legit, and that's why. Like,
and usually when you stood up for yourself, they wouldn't mess with you again.
That's true, and I told my kids that, you know, because like he's getting older, he's in middle school now, and you know he's got some kids rousing him sometimes, and he gives it back pretty good. He's got a sharp tongue, so I give him a lot of credit on that, and I think it gets to him. It just cracks me up. But like it does affect him. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm gonna give you the best advice I wish I knew when I was your age. And that is none of this shit will matter. I was like, you think about this right now, it's the worst fucking thing happening to you ever.
The difference now, right, is because when we were growing up, it ended at school unless your friends like. But for the most part, if you was getting picked on and bullied at school, it was at school. Mm-hmm. So now with social media and everything, it's kind of different. And back then, if we had a problem, like I don't know how many times I fought with my friends, and then the next day we're friends again.
Yep. Never happens now, it seems. Mm-hmm. You know, and that was like, you know, you hear those things, and like as a parent now, I don't know. I feel like we just lived with those things, and our parents let us. Like this is the way as a kid I always thought. I was like, and our parents, I guess, just let us because this is how we get tough. And now as a parent, it's kind of a different world, and there seems like there's more understanding to what's going on and bullying stuff. I often say to myself, like, you know, how much is you got to let them go through it first and foremost. Back them up, be there for them if you need them, if they need you, and whatever they need. and make sure you're talking about it and stuff. Keep communication open. That's how I feel. But some of these things, it's like, unless it's like really dangerous to you, sometimes you just got to deal with it. Sometimes you build thick skin, be disappointed that you maybe some shit happened with your friends or this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
To me, it's like sometimes you do got to go through that bad to kind of help you, because you're going to go through a lot worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in a sense, yes, because like you said, you're gonna go through a hell of a lot worse. Like, especially with disappointment, like you can't let it crush you like that, because you're gonna go through a lot of disappointment. I don't care who you are, how rich or how poor you are, how smart, how stupid you are. It just happens. It's a part of life. So you just gotta roll with the punches.
I got a question, because
yeah.
you guys are creating crazy content right now. Like Sturdy, I see you almost every other day with something. Mick has something now with Mick Nite, and it's what drives y'all to want to like do these different shows? Because every show y'all do is different and unique. And
thanks. What was Sturdy? You want to go first?
I was going to tell you to take it away, Mick.
All right, I'll jump in. What drives me? That's a great question. First and foremost, the easiest answer is probably I love doing this. I love creating, and this is the job closest to filmmaking that I've gotten. Like, I've been a videographer, freelance, worked for different people. But for this, it's mine. I'm creating the content. I'm writing it. I'm producing it. I'm putting everything out there. So like, I get to create what I want to see. And it's pretty cool that, like, in creating a channel, like, I've canceled shows. I've revived shows. I've just brought new shows in. I am the studio. I am the broadcast company putting this out, and I loved that work when I was doing it as a small fish in a huge pond.
Mm-hmm.
Now this may be a small pond, but I'm a bigger fish, and I can utilize that. And like, because there was a lot of times when I worked in the film industry, I didn't agree with certain things, and not get too far into all that stuff, but and I couldn't do anything about it. I didn't have the power to make sure, like, this didn't happen, this didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. And I was like, because I was like, I think you're really making a wrong choice here, or somebody's getting screwed, or something's happening. This, I can make sure people are, like, if somebody works for me, like, we're doing this in a fair way, or we're, or we're creating stuff that we want to educate people with, but also entertain and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's telling me hire a woman on here and make sure that she wears low tops, so that way we'll get more viewers. No, I can just bring in whoever I want who interests me and is engaging. So like, I don't have those parameters that exist that I always hated about being in that industry. So my drive of being able to do this and create something, like, I'm not bullshitting when I say, for me, I've always wanted to create a channel. I love podcasting. I actually think I like it more than making movies. Although
it's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit more intimate when you're as far as the podcasts go, because you like we're all independent podcasters. We don't have a big team behind us. We mostly do everything ourselves. So the fact that we get to really put our all into everything we create, but it's our stamp. It's like our brand, and so at least for me, it's like refreshing, because, like you said, I can create whatever I want. I can have whoever I want to have on my shows. I'm doing 5 shows myself now, and looking to produce more shows. I'm working with building a female show for Real Wise TV, and it's because I want my channel to be diverse. I just don't want to be focused on what I'm creating, because there's other content creators out there that are doing some amazing work, but they just might not know how to get it out there.
Yeah. Sturdy, how about you, man?
What drives me? Well, first and foremost, my love and passion for horror in general, and just being able to talk about it. So that's a part of the podcasting right there. And it just, well, shit. My wife got me my first podcasting like equipment. It was a mixer and a headset and a mic. Well, yeah, and all that. And I made my Facebook group at first, and I started doing like unboxing videos of like the DVDs, Blu-rays, and like random horror stuff I get in the mail, and just kind of doing videos like that for a couple of months. And then I started recording my podcast, I think October of 2016, but I released my first episode January 1st, 2017. And so it just, the drive of it, like the excitement of it, I've learned so much from the very first episode all the way up till tonight. I've met so many amazing freaking people. I've seen so many more movies because I've realized like I was introduced to a lot of horror growing up. To just kind of watch the same shit over and over and over. And as you get onto social media, I'm like, oh shit, I never heard of this. I've never seen this. And then you meet new people. Oh shit, I never blah blah blah. And then the podcast, it's like, oh shit, there's all these movies out there. I have to watch as many as I can, and it's just that's not the reason too. Like, I love doing the podcast, and I love talking horror, and it makes it like it's easy for me. Like, this is one of the easiest things I've ever done in my life, and I don't mean that to sound cocky. It just feels so freaking natural. I was about 5 years old. I've been talking about this time since I was about 5 years old, just amongst friends and all that stuff and family. So it's no different. So it's like I had 32 years of practice. It's just now I have a bigger audience, and still the same passion. Still the same passion. I just don't have the same fear, which I miss. I miss that so freaking much. All right, let me rephrase that. I miss the fear when I'm watching the movie. I don't need to be scared. I don't need to be sleeping with the lights on. I don't think my wife. We can't both be in there scared, crying, sleeping with the lights on and shit. Unless I'm going to my mom's house.
Oh man.
But yeah, I just love it. I really do, and like I love when someone will hit me up. Hey, I love your show. You have such a good show. Your show is hilarious. Like I love because I love to make people laugh. I feel like that. I think that's the best thing you can do for. I mean, as far as like doing something from a distance for someone, I think the best thing you can do for people is make them laugh. Because there's no better feeling than laughter. And I know you could say all sex and all that stuff, but all jokes aside, there's no better feeling than laughter. Because like when you're laughing, you feel good.
I got something.
You get all that out, and it just, oh man.
I know it feels just as good as a good laugh, Sturdy. And I love a good laugh. But when you know somebody's a piece of shit and everybody else thinks they're awesome, and then somebody finds out, and then it just comes out that they are actually a piece of shit, that feels better than fucking anything. You're like, yes, awesome. There's nothing better than that feeling. Sucks everyone. Just when you know somebody's a piece of shit and everybody's like friendly with them and looks up to them, they're like, oh, I'm fucking great. Oh. But you see it. You see all the down low dirty shit, and then it comes out and it's like, goddamn right. Fuck you. I'm not crazy.
Are we referencing anybody in particular?
A few. I got a list.
I come in peace.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got like.
I come in peace.
No. It's funny because the way me and Mick met, right? We met through someone who's a real piece of.
I was even thinking about him. He's the worst one.
Yeah, he was a real piece of. We don't even name him. We don't even. But the thing was, the crazy thing was, he got a band of podcasters together, right? That they're still together now to this day. Like there's a group of us still together that we create content and we owe it to him because he did connect us all. But he is the biggest piece of garbage in the world. Like this shit he did was just so fucked up. And
you know what always made me laugh about that whole situation? And we won't name names, but everyone that he truly hated and was like fiercely going after and slandering everywhere, and like it was just terrible, or threatening. And sometimes everyone, like, it's not that I understood his response to it, but I was like, I kind of get it, because I do know these people don't like him, or these people are fucking with him. I never fucked with them. I never said anything. I never turned him down for anything. Nothing ever happened. He got it. Somebody told him, a mutual person that we know that was part of the whole thing, told him I was starting a network and trying to steal people. And I was like, no. He called me and asked me. I'm like, no, I am starting a network, but for shows. I want to produce shows nightly. And he's like, oh, okay, it's a different type of net. Yeah, I was like, I want to produce shows nightly on my thing. And I was like, and Jeff asked if he could be on it. And so he came on and he was part, and he was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, it was like, and that was it. And then the next thing I knew, it was like, let's go after Mick Manhattan and the Scene Snobs. And I was like, I'm literally the one person who probably didn't do something or like get mad at you because you fucked up or something and yelled at you. I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. And then you fucking hated me for the rest of
yeah, no. But listen, I've like, I got to, I connected with you, connected with Jason, Jeff, everybody. So for me, it's been like, he never really did anything to me, but I'm not with the shits. So yeah, I'm like, nah, dude, I can't fuck with you because I see how you treating other people. I'm waiting for I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna stand here and wait for the day where you're gonna attack me, because I'm not gonna be nice about it. So I was like, yeah, let me end this now. I appreciate the connections that I've, like, honestly, he united so many of us that we're to this day, a lot of us are still creating content together.
And yeah, and it cracks me up because his whole business model was, I'm going to get podcasters to pay me and I'll put people on their show and whatever. Like, if people are willing to pay for somebody for something, whatever, it's your business. I don't do that because I know better. If you can't figure that out, or a red flag doesn't come up when someone says that, that's up to you. So I'm not going to ruin this dude's scam because won't look it up. And if you ask me directly and say, why aren't you doing it? I'd be like, because it's a scam. I'll be honest, but like, I'm just not going all out. Now, the reason I say that is he had people paying him. And the funny thing was, all of those people I saw getting like names on their show, he was getting them celebrities.
Yeah.
But me, I was only putting the people that were paying him on my show. So other than like, one person who was on a lot of TV shows and one person who may have known Christopher Reeve at some point.
Yeah.
Everyone that's been on my show was other podcasters or people like that were just paying him. And I was fine with it. Again, not a complaint. I met a lot of podcasters, and that's why they wanted to come to the fucking network, because they heard what I was doing. But then he got mad at me. It's like, I give you all these celebrities. I'm like, dude, you really don't. All I do is bring people on I get my own celebrities on the show, and I bring people on an interview that pay you.
You know my show. My show, I don't, and I did celebrities because of him. But I'm more focused on coaches, entrepreneurs, more geared to that. So that's why it didn't really work for me. I'm not gonna pay you to break. I don't do celebrity interviews. I'm not about interviewing celebrities. Yeah, I'll interview a few of them. I made some connections. I'm a big wrestling fan, so the fact that I got to interview Vince Russo and interview Stevie Ray, to me, was a big thing because I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I enjoyed those conversations. But there were some other people. Well, actually, I on Mondays, I stopped by on a friend's wrestling. They just started a wrestling podcast, so I get my fix on there, and nice. So I try to find shows. I try to connect and do shows. Like, I love coming on here because I love talking movies. So, like I said, my podcast isn't based on movies. My podcast is based on self-development and growth. So when I get to come on shows and talk about movies, because growing up, my aunts had a video store. So I was the official beta tester. I would watch all types of. That's why I know all the Traumaville movies. The stuff might be one of the stupidest movies in the world, but I love it.
I love that. That's funny.
Oh shit!
It is to me. Like there's some of the dumbest movies out there. Like they're low budget, but you as a kid, you're like, oh wow, like it's
Yeah.
So when I watch it now, I'm like, okay, it's not. I don't see it the way I see it when I was a kid, but I still love them because it was part of what made me love movies.
Yeah,
that's a great answer right there. That's a great answer right there. That's so true right there. That's what made you really love movies. The shit we grew up on, literally.
Yeah, it really was, dude, and it amazes me how much that reflects on like what you grow up to like too. Because think about the movies, like not that your taste doesn't expand, like definitely my taste expanded, especially growing into being a filmmaker, stuff like that. So like you see a lot of stuff, but like a lot of my go-tos though, if they're not from that time or they're newer, they're still very similar in tone. Like, Back to the Future is my favorite movie, and I think that really stems. I love adventure movies. I love those big, not epics, but I like epic movies, but just like there's something about like a Back to the Future movie or something similar that just feels epic, even though it's not on the scale of what an epic movie is considered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because look at one of my favorite movies of all time is Flash Gordon, Defender of the Universe.
Yes.
One of my favorite movies of all time. And it had some great actors in it. Timothy Dalton was in it. Sam Jones. It was I loved the movie. It was great. But now I look at it now, right? I'm like, wow.
It's a problem, but at the same time, it's not a problem I'll ever.
No, I still love it. I still watch it, but I still catch myself and I'm like, okay. Compared to what we're watching now with the graphic with special effects and everything and CGI and everything, but you gotta love it, man. It was again, these are the movies that made me fall in love with movies.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but it's true. It's absolutely. You can't even argue that.
So, it's funny because I do love those types of questions too. Because you like with 5 questions, when you get to sit down and talk to people about like sort of their past and what movies were so influential to them growing up, stuff like that. So with that being said, as a kid, and especially, I would love to hear from the point of view of people from different cultural backgrounds. Who were characters in movies as children that you really looked up to? Like that stood out for you, and maybe why did they stand out for you? Now, I'm not saying like people of color. It could be a white character or whatever. It's just more along the lines of like, why did that person stick out to you? What did you identify with or something,
Question.
I'm getting.
I'd like to hear your answer on this one too, Mick.
Wait, me? Oh, who did I look up to? Who the fuck did I look up to?
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of different. Like it wasn't.
Like I was fans of. I never really looked up to anybody. Honestly, like outside of my father, I never really looked up to anybody. And like I was always fans of someone. I thought somebody was cool. Like, oh, that so and so is cool. You know how it is as a kid, but that's a tough question because there's so many.
I know one, and it's actually kind of funny because we were talking about it doesn't have to be a person of color or an opposite race. Mr. Tibbs from In the Heat of the Night. That was my grandmother's favorite movie and her favorite television show. I watched that a lot growing up. And I love strong characters that hold their own. So like I loved like Captain Kirk, you know, I loved Indiana Jones. But Mr. Tibbs is one of those guys, like I love stories where the guy is, or the girl, it doesn't matter, but like is out of their element, but they can still hold their own. Okay. I'm not saying everything works out and they knew how to get through everything, but like Crocodile Dundee, you never felt like he was in a true type of danger, but you enjoyed it because you're like, all right, I love his confidence, but what I'm learning here is like, how does he deal with this? What's this like? And it was more of a character study, which I enjoyed about it, but his confidence in who he was, even when he was doubting himself. And I realized that I'm dissecting it. Crocodile.
No, because now that I think about it, it's Quantum Leap and Sam Beckett.
Oh my God, that's a great one. That is a fucking great one.
Now that I think about it, as far as TV shows,
and that's such a great character.
I was a huge Quantum Leap fan. I would stay up to watch Quantum Leap, and it was ahead of its time to me.
It was definitely. Hey, the man's here. What's going on, Chris?
What's happening, guys? I do apologize. What's going on?
You're good, dude. No worries. This is a very casual show. Sturdy, who you got? Who's your guy? I did like and I know this is really bad to mention. I did want to mention one last one. I did really like the Duke brothers from the Dukes of Hazzard. I realized the controversy behind it, but they weren't. They were like very cool, down to earth people, but I like their dynamic. Like, we're gonna fight for
they were cousins.
He's laughing his ass off.
What is he doing? Why do you just fall out of his chair?
I knew the second I said it, he was gonna lose his mind.
Oh, that was fucking funny.
Oh, and Godzilla. Shit. Godzilla, I looked up too.
Oh God. Batman and Mufasa.
Which Batman?
Animated series.
Okay.
There we go. One.
Yep, Kevin Conroy.
Basically, for Batman, what he stood for.
That's why I like Superman.
And
one of my earliest memories is Superman 2. I went to go see that in the movie theaters. That to me is one of my earliest movie experiences that I can remember. Because we waited on the line, and yeah,
such a good one. That's such a good movie. I'm gonna show my kid the first one.
And I got to interview one of the Kryptonians. So
yeah, that was one I was alluding to earlier too. Yeah. He was a nice guy. I think he's in the SnobNation Facebook. I think he should, because he likes my stuff randomly in there sometimes, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, nice. You fought Superman. End crime. Sturdy Bird.
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody why you love Dukes of Hazzard so much. Go ahead.
Dukes of Hazzard? I never said that. I never seen that. I've seen a few episodes of it, though. Not a bad show. I don't care about the fucking flag.
I like Might is Right characters back then. Like the guys who like you could not, they're never gonna waver from right. You know? I always liked those types of characters. And even like the weak ones, especially in movies. Like they looked weak. They could, they never thought you could stand up against somebody, but they still did.
Yeah.
Those guys were always inspiring. Like guys and girls in movies were always inspiring.
Yeah, they always stood for good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch you guys so you guys look like you're looking at each other. It's fucking me up, or Chris is looking one way. It looks like cross eyes when I'm looking at your face.
So it looks like they're looking at each other.
Look into my eyes, Chris.
All right, listen, I'm really high, so it's gonna be the Scene Snobs Puerto Rican takeover.
Oh wow! Here we go.
You're high too. Shut up.
That makes it trifecta.
Come on, in Spanish.
Security sitting over here ready to go.
Hold on, almost fast.
I'm good. I just came from it was kind of like the preliminary dry run / the first time we tried it, period, and trying to put together a haunted house / escape room experience at a church. And tomorrow we all go. So of course I'm the first one in my costume, walking around like the big ass scary clown, flicking my lights that light up on the eyes on and off, tilting my head at everybody, running across with a big ass hammer. And yeah,
dude.
And this is in a church.
Did anyone at any point while you were practicing have to say, "Stop swinging your arms like that, Chris? You can't punch the kids." That's not how we're scaring them this time around.
No, and luckily, I didn't have to be told watch my language, not once, or hey, you can't use that term. Apparently, the Holy Ghost was in me because I was perfect. I was perfect today.
As long as you're not using any big words.
But I'd rather use big words than cuss words.
You will be a cadaver soon. I will bomb you.
Have you ever heard of a scalpel? Oh shit. So what do you guys, so like it's coming up on Halloween. We're like what, 2 weeks away, week away, whatever, week and a half.
Already, man. This month flew by.
I know, man. I don't feel like I got to do anything really Halloween-y. I feel like it's all been work. You know?
Same.
So what do you guys want to do? Like I think I'm gonna carve pumpkins with my kids this weekend.
Nice.
What do you guys got planned? Like some Halloween parties, anything?
Not this weekend, but next weekend. We're supposed to be doing some. I forgot what we're doing, but we're supposed to be doing something. Me and the wife are supposed to be doing something for that Saturday. I don't remember what. I forgot what time. I know it's supposed to be fun. That's all I remember. But you know, she knows. She has it saved in the calendar. She's the more responsible one when it comes to stuff like that. I just go along.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you guys?
Not doing much. The grandkids don't live here no more, so don't have the candy. I might just get candy because we do have neighborhood kids that come by. So that's about it. Probably hand out some candy. Make sure it's not gummies and edibles.
Good.
Yep.
I'll save those for myself.
There you go.
Fine. That's fine. I get it.
You got to listen to those PSAs when Sturdy and Mick are on the case. We're gonna do PSAs to save the gummies. I mean the kids.
Say you don't want to end up on New York One News. You know what I mean, or on 1010 Wins in the morning.
No. Give me that back. Those are gummies. Here, take the razor blade.
Oh shit.
I thought it would be funny, and this is based off something Chris was talking about earlier when he said sconces. White people phrases. It's a very popular thing going on right now where everybody's making fun of shit white people say. Like phrases that they said, not racist phrases. Calm down. I see Chris's face.
I inspired this. Hold up. Like
so
I could do the Spanish. I could be like loco. Like
here, I'll show you what I mean. I have a video. I'll show you what I mean. No, that almost removed. I don't want to do that. I pulled up some videos because it is kind of a craze right now on TikTok. And let's roll with it.
Wave is too damn good. Like honestly, there is no need for white people to take AAVE. Y'all, wave fucking slaps. Leaves no crumb. Just yo. Listen to this.
White
We're gonna go with the comment
vernacular
first.
English.
Looks like we got here just in time. Like you got to the restaurant already. And then a whole other group of people coming in. And then the white dad says, looks like we got here just in time. These no motherfucking crumbs. Ooh, first one. You're cruising for a bruising. That's another one. You gotta put your finger in somebody's face. Hey, you might want to stop because you're cruising for a bruising, bud. You're cruising for a bruising. That sounds like old Tommy cops would say that to
Mick,
somebody.
in your household? Were you ever cruising for a bruising?
This one, I'm guilty of this one. Whoop, Sorry, I'm just gonna squeeze on past you.
Oh.
You gotta say that one with like a Canadian or a Midwest accent. Oop. Sorry, I'm just gonna squeeze on past you.
Oh, I've said
Ooh,
that.
this one slaps. Literally. Just sitting there, you're trying to leave, and then, well, I'm gonna head on out. Well, I'm gonna head on out of here. And then you spend like the next hour chatting, trying to leave. That's a good one too. Or somebody's pissed you off. You know what, Richard? That's rich. That's rich coming from you, Richard. That's rich coming from you, Peter. That's rich. Scrambling.
Name white people's sayings. So somebody messes up. Ah, shucks. Get a load of this guy. God damn it! I've got a bone to pick with you. I'd love to pick your brain on that one. I can rally behind that. Oh, that's rich. Get lost. Up yours, pal. Adios, amigo. Put your hands where I can see them. Oh, Jesus. That's what she said. Jesus Christ. That's going to leave a mark. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Holy cow. Hey, if you can get those files over to me by EOD, that would be great. Oh, I hate that. Well, how about that? Seems like we're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, brother. Now, would you look at that? Dude, bro, he's so well-spoken. Hold your...
All right, I got to stop this. I'm starting to feel attacked.
Is that how you
the funny thing is, I kind of say a lot of those phrases. So what does that mean?
Well, I'm afraid to break it to you, Wise. I think you're white guy. I don't know if it's some of those felt like you're old.
Yeah, some of them like.
I found a list, and I thought, who better to say it on this show right now than this guy? Because you could really see it if I say him, right? So let's get started, shall we? Are you guys in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
We kind of have no choice. It's your show.
Yep. And you're the white guy.
No, and I'll move along.
No. You're good.
All right, preggers. Oh, she looks preggers.
We say prego.
Yeah.
How about doggo? Ah, that's a good doggo.
No,
never heard that one.
Never.
There's dogs.
All right, this one I've heard said, but I've never said it myself, so I'm gonna try it. Oh my giddy aunt.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. I've heard people say it, but
okay.
What does it mean, Mick? I know you've said that before.
I think it means like
I guess your aunt that's giddy. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
next thing Mick's gonna say, watch. I never said this word before. They just say the N word.
I was gonna say, yo, that skit from I forgot his name. He was on a news show. He's like, go ahead, you want to say it, just say it. I'm not doing that. Lindo. Why not? It's America. Just say.
Oh no, Delroy Lindo. Yeah, with the news, with the reporter.
Yeah,
that's what immediately had popped in my head on that one.
Whoa, it's like a blizzard out there.
It's fucking
Nobody.
cold out.
I live in the mountains, so whoa, it's a blizzard out. Yeah, we say that.
That's
because it usually is a blizzard out there.
Take a chill pill.
Where you take a chill pill, pal? Relax.
Whoa. You need to go take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Don't be a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that one is
universal. I think it's more universal.
Female. A lot of female things. I'm not saying dudes don't say it, but
today it's more used widespread. I think back in the day when I was growing up, I was like, okay. To me back then, that was the back then's version of Karen.
Yeah, I don't believe there are any Karens in life. I think everybody's just being up. I don't believe that. I believe that there's a Karen out there for every weed wolf that haunts Chris's dreams. It's not even the right place anymore. Now with your head shaved, you look like an R&B band in the 90s that wasn't very good, but kind of okay. They had a hit. And you're just in that motion where you're just really sad in one video and you're like, smolder.
Good with the visuals. Good with the CD cover.
That part of the video where they're singing and they're just showing the shit the dude just broke up with his girl.
head tilted, hat tilted, looking cool. That
There's a
shit.
manufactured boy band.
Yep.
Too tall for it. That's what we're gonna call it. Too tall for it. It's all tall guys in the band. Oh my god. Let me ask you guys this. Let's push the envelope a little bit. What's a word that's off limits that like people find offensive? You know, and we don't have to say it or anything. I'm not going crazy.
Easy.
That you wish meant something else so you could still use it. Like you wish like you could change history and make this word the word. And no, I'm telling you right now, the N-word never entered my mind. The N-word, but like you could like change the name of a picture frame to, I don't know, cunt. Like that's, but you get to say the word now or something, you know what I mean? And not have people be offended.
Retard.
Like, what was that?
Retard.
Did you say retard?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That's my number one. I wish that meant anything else. It could mean a flat tire. It could mean any. I don't care.
I mean,
because they're just some words that have such a hard period at the end of them.
This is it. Just that fits. That word fits for a lot of people.
Yeah. And
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
there is a true different meaning to it.
I don't. When I say I don't mean it. It fits certain people.
Yeah.
And it's weird too, because like I was a mechanic for the last 22 years of my life, and we use that term in mechanics for talking about timing of the engine firing.
Yep.
And when we pull timing, it's called retarding the time. And then when we add timing, so meaning if we tell it to spark before it hits the top of its stroke, it's retarded. If we tell it to hit after the top of the stroke, it's called advanced, or vice versa. So for me, it's like, and then people have looked at me and be like, bro, you can't do that. I'm like, get out my shop. Just get out. Let me do my job. Get out. Fucking, we're not being PC here. It's a piece of machinery. If the shit has a fucking problem, guess what? You ain't getting to work tomorrow.
I like, seriously, that's one word that I just wish.
I have to agree. Honestly, I have to agree with that too.
And another one for me, and I realized, like, I wouldn't say it, but it was big when we were young. Let's be real. The F word for the homosexual community. I wish that meant anything else in the world, because I don't want to offend that community. Can we take that word and change it and make it mean racists? And just start calling racist? Like, why aren't we doing that? Why are we not countering and being like, the ones who are using this against everybody and now use it against them, and then just like throw them for a loop because they're like, it's like Inception and shit. They're like, wait, what? You're not supposed to be saying that.
Words are funny, right? Because it all depends on your perspective, your experiences, or whatnot, right? So that word right there meant cigarette, right? It was another term for a certain type of cigarette, the really long ones.
Well, actually, no. That comes from the term they called cigarettes that in London because it actually means a bundle of sticks about to be burned.
There you go. Okay.
But they were talking about homosexual men being burned, so that's why like that came about.
See, now that even fucks it up even more, because all this time I was like, why don't people just get over and just use it for what it was initially intended? Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nope.
Don't do that. Yeah. In fact, like, can we get like a council or something to decide the fate? And again, call racists that. Call rapists that. Well, no, we keep them rapists because that's bad enough. And that's one like we should be. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like if that word meant anything else and was offensive, or was just offensive towards anybody else. You know, like, we wouldn't be allowed to say it because we'd be offending people. So, like, now take the words that we like to say that are offensive, we don't want to offend those groups with, and we change meanings on words all goddamn time. Or we add more to the dictionary. I feel like, Chris, you look like you're calling Sydney Prescott every time you mute us, and you're threatening her over the phone.
Would you like to play a game?
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I know my words thing was
your
sucked.
favorite scary movie.
A retard is number one. Like, I would use that to describe anything else.
Yeah.
Or even just stupid people, you know?
What's up, gift? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jayhan.
Oh, did you know a word? Do you know a word that was created by pop culture and did not mean what it now means?
Punk?
Nipple?
Nimrod.
Ah.
Nimrod was a character in the Bible. He was a
Ah.
hunter. And Bugs Bunny called Elmer Fudd in a cartoon Nimrod once.
Yeah.
But he was calling him a Nimrod as in a hunter, but nobody knew that.
What up,
And
Andrew?
They took it as an idiot. They took it more as being an
It's like
idiot.
Ramrod.
Nimrod.
That's actually a thing too.
Yeah, so now that word forever means like an idiot because of Bugs Bunny.
I mean,
Good
that's
job,
more
Bugs.
fun than saying dunce.
No, it's not. Call somebody a dunce. It's the fucking best feeling. When you're in the middle of a conversation and somebody says something really fucking dumb, and you just look at them and like with a look of disgust, and you're like,
So how I go about it now is I say you're very special, like short yellow bus special. Yeah,
Yeah, like helmet special.
Yeah.
what does a window taste like? What is Windex taste like? Oh, Sturdy's gone.
I'm trying to think, the C1 you used earlier, like cunt, right? That's one of those that I've never really understood how people have certain things to it. Or like, why do we call the female anatomy the P word?
Pussy?
And then why do we call cats that? And then why do we call, you know what I mean? Like,
it's got to be a correlation thing. It had to come from cats. Like if pussycat was what you were calling it.
Yes, yeah, here, kitty. I guess
Some fucking.
It was a different time. They were way furrier. They had winter coats on. I get it.
Yes, yeah.
No, some lord somewhere wrote a fucking poem that fucking called the vagina a pussy.
Feel better,
Just
Jay.
like, I want to rub your pussy cat, or I want to pet your pussy cat, or whatever. And this lord fucking started a trend that's just lived forever.
You know, and then we're like, hey man, you're one smooth jive pussy, you're one smooth cat. You know what I mean? I'm like, we just can't figure out what we want to use these words for out here. Like,
I know, because I feel like a lot of that was fucking with people. I feel like that was the way you got away with being able to say pussy in your song. Like, oh yeah, we're a couple of pussies hanging out, And I don't know. Some fucking people are weird. There he goes. He's calling Sydney again. I'm gonna fucking shove it in your fucking up your ass.
So stupid.
Fucking Dewey. Go fuck yourself, Dewey.
I'm really trying to think what other words, honestly. But the R1 that Wise pulled up was literally probably the one besides the one I just mentioned that I was kind of like, yeah, I can redo those. We can redo those.
Like, that's the thing about the N-word is like it's just an ugly word. Like, it's not a fun word to say. Like,
I mean, coming from
just
our
word.
Yeah, understand. All right. So us being Puerto Rican, like,
you know what I'm saying?
We can slide. We can slide with saying it.
That's not fair.
We're pretty close to the. Hey, I'll pull up a picture of my mom. You want to see my mom?
Me and Chris,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Me and Chris
whatever you want.
Like me and Chris are on the side of big pun Puerto Ricans that can say it, and then you got the J-Lo Puerto Ricans that can't say it. So we kind of run
J-Lo Puerto Ricans.
But I bet you anything she likes them.
Not right now. She likes Batman. No, and I get it. I'm just saying I get, but it is different. It's fucking different. It's not different for white people. It's not different. I just want to get this out. I want to prove this point real quick. It's not different for white people. It is not different for white people, but for people of color, it is. If you use an A versus an ER, it is very different.
Huge difference.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
right,
I
just
will
wanted
say,
to get that point out. Like when people argue and they're like, "Well, you get to say it," and it's like, "Well, no, it's a different. It just sounds different."
We just say like, I'm not saying that he is the N-word. That's my dog. That's when I say it to my boy. That as because that's my homeboy. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Like.
And it all depends on
and when somebody that looks like me says it,
well, not true.
It's terrible.
Not true.
Not always.
Not
always.
true.
Because if you grew up in our environment,
neighborhood, it would be
acceptable.
acceptable.
And
It would be
acceptable.
I grew up across the water from him.
You know what I mean?
No, me more so me. Like, say if us four grew up together in a group, well, go ahead, let it fly.
Yeah,
When you're
it wouldn't be an issue.
Because we would know where it's
you
coming
would
from.
feel so uncomfortable,
like,
and it
yeah,
would take
you
you
wouldn't be
years
saying
and
no.
years and years to
I
get
wouldn't-
past that like feeling, and we'd
I
be laughing
would
the whole
never
time.
say it. And maybe it's a personal thing because it's not like I've never seen it okayed or it's not been okayed. It's been okayed for me. I just don't want to.
That's fine too, though.
If that
And
makes
that's
sense, like I
fine.
don't want. It's still like I said, it's still just an ugly word.
Well, because a lot of us,
You know.
because for a lot of us, it's not. It's
See, it's
Well,
one of those things
it's
too, because
it's like there's certain situations though you don't want to hear it. Like
right.
there's
Oh,
certain
yeah,
situations
yeah,
that you know that they mean it in a racist tone.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll say it in a tone where you're like, no,
and it sucks because we're
so-
at a point, especially we got to think twice about things because there's a very simple 3-letter word that I'll say in a second because he's still got a point to prove here, and you're gonna be like, God damn, yeah, that's true.
Not a point.
No, not you, Wise.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off from your thing.
No, but it goes on how you say it. Like you can tell when someone means it in a racist tone.
Right.
Easily.
Like-
And again, like you were saying, like you were both saying, like we were all saying, like our white friends that grew up with us, they go ahead. You're basically there. Like, my mother's cussed you out damn near as much as she cussed you out. She might have smacked you up as damn near as much too. So
But in fairness, like for me, like I don't say it, especially, and I think there's an acceptance. Like I grew up in Jersey City. I grew up in the ghetto. You know, I like so when I say that, I mean like I was really one of maybe 2 or 3 white kids in like my class, like out of all the classes and such. And so I understand what you guys are saying if you grew up that way, but I really think it comes down to there's a certain accent we have when we grow up where we grew up. You know, and doesn't matter color or anything, like you have that accent. It's an attitude type of talk, especially in New York. And I think when you have that type of dialect and you're cool with it and it's natural, it flows from you because you grew up in that element. If you're cool and you get the okay, then it sounds natural. I ended that a long time ago. I don't like when I got into acting, I was like, that accent went away.
Yeah.
So if I say it, I look like I'm eating a cup of cream corn saying it, and that's not a good fucking look. So it's an ugly word that like even if I was granted the approval, I would be like, no, that's not the face of the guy who should be saying it.
So let's take a recent.
Not with your
event
head.
into
That's
account.
not with your hair short like that either.
Put my hat back
Right,
on.
yeah, exactly. You know, so let's take a most recent event recently, okay, that occurred, and this was a topic conversation on the Breakfast Club. They're like literally the 3-letter word, boy.
Yeah.
Fucking Biden used it, right? And then now they were talking about like if he was using it in the other conversation, right? So it's kind of like it very much depends on the context and who and how you're saying it. Because we could be chilling, be like, yo, that's my boy, or somebody else could be like, yeah, boy. And then now we're fighting.
You gotta understand,
You know what I mean?
he's stuck in 1950.
Right. He's
Like-
from
like,
fucking 1950. You know what I mean? He's fucking
he's not there no more.
he's over here like my
he's
George
traveling
boy Elroy.
now.
Like
In fact, he's from a time where if he didn't say boy, he probably got beat by 7 different white men at the general store. Like, what do you mean you didn't say boy? And it's like, what?
yeah,
Like,
and then
Jesus
like
Christ.
we call our children at times. You're like, hey boy, come here, let me teach you something. You know what I mean? Like if it's a child, we got God of War, okay, Kratos. The entire game is yelling boy at his son, and he's saying it. And then the funny thing too is that it's actually a black voice actor, the guy who played on Stargate with the third eye or whatever, Teal'c. He actually plays Kratos in the game, so it's like you can't take it that way, obviously, but he's playing a Greek god, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, who cares? But he's talking to his son, you know, the context, and the reason he's doing it is because of teaching lessons on a journey through struggles and stuff like that. It all depends on what it is, you know what I mean?
No, exactly, because there was a TikTok I saw, and these guys go into I don't know if it was a Walmart or whatever it was, and they're 2 white guys, and they dress like they're from the country or whatever, and they go to this black guy and goes, "Hey boy, pass me that bag."
Right. And if you're from the South, you grew up in the South, they call their kin boy. Like,
but
no, this is a different connotation. Like I could even hear it.
That was different.
Yeah. Like that's like I feel like in any time you call anyone that and it's in a condescending nature, that's where it's done evil.
That's where it's disrespectful. Yeah.
Yeah, you are trying to disrespect someone because like if you're right, like Chris, I can say you're my boy, but if I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up. How mad are you gonna be? Like, because it's so condescending and shitty.
Well, not
because we vibe and we fuck up, I probably wouldn't even think of it like that coming from you. You know what I mean?
If you're close friends,
when it's from friends, it wouldn't even. Yeah, when you're like, boy, you should better shut the fuck. That's something different. It wouldn't be like you're just saying it because you're angry, but it's not because you're saying it because boy, like I said, when they came in, they were like, boy, you better can you hand me that? Like they didn't even say it polite, like, boy, hand me down that bag, like.
Yeah, like someone else.
So like let's take women saying it as the next side of it, right? Because we could have our mothers or grandmothers be like, boy, if you don't stop, right? And then our wives can be mad at us and be like, boy, I swear to God, if you don't stop. And now we like, what you say?
That's a
not all of us.
I'm afraid of my wife. So
she got the blade on the tongue.
She's Dominican.
Switch it around and play with it just to make sure you know it's still there.
She's dangerous.
Dude, I don't fuck around.
She walking around the house with the butterfly knife, just doing the whole Joker shit. Like,
yeah.
Well, for me, like you talk about like when you're saying it, like I said, yeah, when you're with friends, but that's anything. I think when you're with a friend. You can say things like you said, like, but I have a theory that the reason people are so offended now is because a lot of people and the next generation isn't super social outside of the internet. And if the internet says this is offensive, or the majority says this is offensive, then you just think that's offensive. Whereas how many times have we just all been hanging out? And I'm not just talking about like guys, all guys, like, but a mixture. And you can make joke after joke after joke in an intimate setting. But if you said it on the fucking internet to the same people, it would just be like,
exactly. Which I think is ridiculous because people want to whatever grabs the most attention is what people gravitate towards. So if it's the negativity, oh, they said nipple on Horror Research 30, so let's attack them for saying nipple. But let's not figure out why we said nipple. It could have just been random. It usually is. But let's figure out why first. And then it's like, okay, but stupid shit like that. They'll pick out something stupid and then just cry about it, but ignore everything else that's important going on. Like, this is what you guys are putting your energy into.
I feel like a lot of people on the internet need to take the stand of, listen, it's public, yes, but at the same time, you need to play the fly on the wall. If they're asking for your opinion, or they're saying get in the comments, or they're saying, yo, what do you feel about this, blah, 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 then you open that door for the dialogue back and forth. But if they just happen to scroll by a post, they don't understand the context or whatever the situation is, don't get offended and now blow up the thing and try to cancel the person. Like, okay, you saw it, change the fucking post if you don't like it, scroll past, or don't go back to that person's page ever or whatnot. What are your choices? You know what I mean?
And that's a problem. That's something that people don't do. They get offended and they're ready to cancel you. And whereas, listen, it's their opinion. Like that's how they feel. Like,
but it's more offended. I say in quotes because more of like a popularity thing. That's all it is, the popularity thing, for the most part, because there's a lot of people, you could just not like a celebrity or whatever, for whatever reason. You'll show their worst moment, which would be anybody's worst moment, whatever's going on. They show that, oh, yeah, this person's crazy and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you showed their worst moment.
Well, yeah, and that's always going to be an occurrence because of the media. I want to take it a step further and say, so how much do you think that offense of such a generalized offense, like people taking offense over even the littlest things, overshadows true offenses? Now, what I mean is, like, we all know that, like, let's take blackface, for example. Blackface is wrong. We know that's wrong. It's not condoned. It's offensive. But at the same time, somebody's complaining about this over here, and it's getting lumped in with blackface. And now you have a whole other base going, well, whoa, you can't lump in like saying or appropriating something from the black culture and lumping it in with like doing blackface, because that's, you know, something a little more simple. And I feel like that's happening a lot now in different ways. Like we're associating with other offenses. And I think it's overshadowing the stuff that was like, yeah, no, you really truly can't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Well, what it is, I feel, is everybody wants to be offended by something. They feel left out, which is so fucking weird with people. Like, why would you feel left out over something like that? But you feel left out because let me think. What can I be offended? Well, the blacks have this. The Puerto Ricans got all this too. Pretty much everybody that's not white has all this. What could we get? What could we have? And it's like, why the fuck would you want that? Like, what kind of sick and twisted mind thinks something crazy like that? Not all white people, not technology, but you know what I'm talking about. But those that are just weird like that, like what's wrong?
Yeah, humanity's way too complex, and there's too many different mindsets and different perspectives on things to ever think that we're going to come to one true realization for a term or a word, and everybody's going to use that definition universally. Because we can use certain words that some people may think is derogatory, where other people's don't. Case in point, the word nerd, geek. Right? And kids used to get beat up for being a geek, but now being a geek is kind of cool. You go to Comic-Con, you dress up, you do cosplay, you do LARP, you know what I mean? You play Pokemon, you like now it's mainstream, so now it's accepted. So now they're trying to figure out other things to now put people down with as often as
I have people who beat me up in high school who watch my show now.
Right.
And praise me. And I'm like, okay. Like, what? Why are you watching this? You beat me up for it.
But gentlemen, I have to go. I have to prepare for my show.
No doubt.
It was a pleasure being on as always.
Thank you, my friend, and we appreciate you coming on. Anytime, you're always welcome. You know that.
No, I had a great time. Like I said, whenever I get to come on and talk movies and talk entertainment, I don't get to do it regularly. So,
and I think you inspired a social commentary tonight too. So that's
hey,
so
man,
if you want more of it,
good to see you.
Yeah,
always
if you want more of it, go check out.
Monday. Oh wait, we can't do that here.
What can't you do? Oh God. Mick Manhattan canceled.
Yeah. But all right, guys, have a good night.
Night, man. Take care, man. Guys, go check out Wise on the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Great podcast. It's very inspirational. And I will make sure everything is linked below. Thank you so much, Wise. You're awesome.
Yeah, guys. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Well, gentlemen, it's the witching hour. Oh, dude, you know what movie you should do, Sturdy? Fuck. Not gonna work. I almost wish you would do a separate review of this movie. It's called The Midnight Hour. It was a TV horror movie from the 80s. And it's a wild movie.
Send it to me on the thingy thing and in the group chat.
I think it's a fun, it's like a fun Halloween movie to check out too.
I'll check it out.
So sweet. Yeah, I gotta find it. I'll send it to you for sure. But what do you got going on tonight, Chris?
Tonight it is Fortnite Friday. We're getting down 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A bunch of us are meeting up. There's about 4 other content creators and streamers from Twitch, and we're hopping in and out of each other. So with that in mind as well, on the 29th, me and a couple of those guys actually put together an event that we're going to be doing. It's called a Raid-a-thon for Halloween, basically. So what that means is we're going to start out at, if you're on the East Coast, 8 o'clock in the morning. Is it 8 o'clock? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're starting out on the East Coast. If you're Central, it's going to be 7 o'clock in the morning. And then every hour to 2 hours, we're switching and we're raiding into other content creators and other Twitch streamers to help keep the ball going and the train going, to help get new exposures to everybody. So if you're down for that, if you like playing video games, if you like listening to podcasts, there's going to be a multitude of things that are going to be going on, different types of games, different conversations, and then we're ending it with a podcast with as many of the creators that we actually had in it at the end of the night, which is going to be 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock for us here on the East Coast, and then for about an hour or so to get everyone's kind of perspective on how it all went for the day and things, you know, that they really got out of it or whatnot. So I would love to see any of you there if you could. So drop a follow if you can. If you're on Twitch, come follow me on TikTok. Come follow me on YouTube for sure, because there's almost 600 videos up over there. And also on Kick if you're new to that, because I'm new to that. So what's good? Let's go.
Fuck yeah. I love it. All right. I'm going to do one thing with you guys before we end this show. And that is going to be a sporkle And we're gonna a Sporkle is a quiz fucking thing. Chris and I have done it before. And we're gonna do horror movies.
Yay.
And
Sturdy forgot what movies he watched today.
Yeah, no. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3. I still got to do my damn video. I should have did it earlier. Let me do it after this.
All right. So we have 5 minutes to guess 40 of them.
Gotcha.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys are ready, I'll press play and we'll go.
Ready, spaghetti.
I'm
ready.
ready.
And machete.
I'm ready.
Oh shit! Here we go. So basket.
Ball.
I guess we have to match it up with a word over here.
Okay.
Basket case.
Okay. Case. I'm not doing this. You guys are doing it.
Let's go. Amityville. The Amityville. Let's look for, where is it? Horror.
Horrors. Or horror.
Let's see. The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yep.
Where's the Blair? The Blair, and where is it? Switch Project. There you go.
Henry, portrayal of a serial killer.
All righty. Henry and portrait of a serial killer. Very good.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Which one?
The Hills Have Eyes.
And then have eyes. Next to Henry, the Hills.
The Hills.
Sturdy's eyes are fixated on the middle of the screen.
It's true.
Jeepers, creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
There you
And
go.
then right next to Henry, we got Final Destination.
Good one. Now you guys got 3 minutes 57 seconds left.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
The Devil's Rejects.
The Devil's Rejects.
Drag Me to Hell.
Wait, I gotta find Rejects. Drag Me to Hell. Is it T? To Hell. There you go.
Children of the Corn.
There you go. Children of the Corn, baby.
Event Horizon to kill off that line, Alec.
There you go. Very nice.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, I love that movie.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. I love it.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yes.
Rosemary's Baby. Okay.
Paranormal Activity.
There we go. All right. You got
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, you guys really did a good job, but don't let it get to you. You never know what will happen. Which one?
Child's Play.
Child's Play is where?
Cannibal Holocaust.
Child's. He's so. Cannibal Holocaust. There we go.
Ooh. Cabin in the Woods.
In the Woods. Very good.
Jacob's Ladder.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't know what the It one is gonna be.
I know it.
Oh, It Man.
Nope.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It Beneath. I'm guessing.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
There you go. Thing from is there Under the Stairs there? No.
No, it's people under the stairs. Things from Beneath.
There you go. What Lies Beneath? What Lies Beneath? The Wicker Man.
Yeah, right. What Lies Beneath?
Yep. The Wicker Man. Very good.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
There it is.
There you go.
Good one.
How much time do we have left?
Bride of Chucky.
1 minute 34 seconds. The Bride of Chucky. Bride of no. It's not Bride of Chucky.
No. Bride of Frankenstein.
There it is.
American Werewolf in London.
American Werewolf in London. Here we go.
One Missed Call.
Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy on the next one.
It follows. It fucking
there
follows.
You go.
I was waiting for that one. All right. You only got much time.
Yep.
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Go.
Eyes Without a Face.
The Eyes Without a Face. There it is. All right. 46 seconds.
Beast from
The Thing from the Dark.
Nope.
Beast from Another World?
The Beast from... No, it's not from Another World.
28 Days Later. I know that one.
28 Days Later.
Wait. Altered. Oh, shit. Altered.
What's this one?
Altered States.
Altered States. Very good. Yeah, you're almost out of time. You want me to take it over?
Yes. We got this. So what was that? Pit in the Palindum. Okay. Rose, Bride of Rose. Okay. Thing from Another World. Cabinet. Okay. Of Doctor. I've never seen that one. And then
Oh, that hurts so hard. Oh my God. Oh, you guys are killing me. You're like the Beast from Another World. I'm like, oh, that's so. All right, so let's do this one before we start.
Taglines. Oh boy.
Yeah, it is. Here we go. All right, take title to the prom. I dare you.
Point to the prom. I dare you. Carrie.
When you are trapped 2 miles underground, there are many ways to lose your mind: claustrophobia, disorientation, isolation, paranoia, terror.
I want to say that one is Alien.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear you, sir.
Oh, okay.
I moved away from the light too far.
Lucky 13. I think not. Final Destination? That's a question mark, by the way. You couldn't hear it in my voice. That's a question mark.
Trying to think of what had a 13 in it.
The Omen. The Omen.
Did it though? I don't remember it. No, Friday.
Oh.
Someone has taken their love of scary movies one step too far.
It's that movie, Wes Craven Scream.
I love your answer to that.
Pray for.
Pray for
The Exorcist. Pray for The Exorcist. Right? No, The Priest. Fuck. No, I don't know.
Pray for Rosemary's Baby? I don't know that one. All right, I'm gonna skip next. Death doesn't take no for an answer.
Final Destination.
Once you see him, nothing can save you.
Freddy.
No, come
Sinister?
on, dude. You know, there it is.
Oh,
They keep coming back in a bloodthirsty lust for human flesh.
Night of the Living Dead?
I believe it is. The nation's #1 best-selling book, now the screen super thriller. I would think it's a Tom or Stephen King thing.
The Shining?
Probably. Nope.
Dracula?
Nope.
Huh.
You guys suck at this.
Sleep.
Jaws?
Wait, it's a different one. It moved on. It says sleep,
Oh,
and born again into a world without fear and hate.
What?
Oh, shit.
What?
Sleep, and be born again into a world without fear and hate. Damn, I don't know. Dracula?
I don't think so. A Nightmare on Elm Street?
I don't recall that one.
No, I don't know. What do you got? Make a pick or a pass.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Let's shoot the stars. Nope.
Nope. Okay, it changed again. If no, you just missed it. It changed again. Okay, so live or die. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. That's Nightmare on Elm Street. Live or die. Make your choice.
Saw, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not the house that's haunted.
Oh shit.
Poltergeist? No.
Let's try it.
No.
Exorcist?
Oh No. Fine, maybe it's Poltergeist. Nope,
It's not
I
the
knew
house
it
of
wasn't
monster.
fucking Poltergeist.
It changed again.
Insidious?
Don't forget. The man who made a monster. Remember, it changed. Okay, you got it. Okay.
The Screen's master.
Suspense moves his camera into the icy blackness of the unexplained.
What? Psycho.
Okay. There you go.
Who will survive and what will be left of them? What?
The Ring? I don't. The Omen? I don't know. Invention of the Body Snatchers? I don't know.
No.
Okay. In
And
October
October
1994.
1994. Okay, we know that one. Blair Witch.
Filmmakers disappeared into the woods near. Okay.
One
curse, one cure, 1 week to find it.
The Ring. That's got to be The Ring.
Yeah, it's got to be 7 days.
The horror is driving him crazy.
The Shining?
Yeah. Good morning. You are 1 day closer to the end of the world. You have been warned. What the fuck? And
Omen?
maybe. Yeah. The Blood is Life. Dracula. It's got to be Dracula. The Night He Came Home. Halloween.
Yep.
And it's based on Alien.
Alien.
We're at that one.
That one was kind of tough.
That's Christmas colors. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Whoa. First of all, we didn't realize that when we got it wrong, it changed. Okay. So we got a few of those wrong for no reason because we was clicking.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
knew the future.
Huh?
We knew the future.
He said you knew what you was doing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, gentlemen, I must say I appreciate you guys being on with me tonight, hanging out, doing the Mick Nite thing early, so I can watch Joe Bob and we can all hang out and chill out and have a good time.
Again, my apologizes to my tortiness.
Dude, it's fine. You had something to do. It's all good.
No, so.
But I just want to say thank you again. So make sure you're checking out Horror Star Sturdy Podcast. Make sure you're checking out The Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Chris will be all night. He's going. It's mother fronting 4-night fucking Friday.
Yep.
Did I say that right? Fuck yeah, I said it. I'm proud of that fact too. So I went into that whole hard knowing I was going to do it wrong. So I was all good. So, and I'm Mick Manhattan. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell so you know more episodes of Mick at Night and other great shows are coming out as well. Until next time, I don't have even the outro ready. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Later, y'all.